93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level, on the go.
The drivers won't have the company of the fans this year. With your Alexa Flash Briefing, I'm Sean Herrick. It was a difficult decision to make.
To say I'm heartbroken and to say we're heartbroken is an understatement.
Indianapolis Motor Speedway President Doug Boles says they've decided that fans will not be allowed to attend this month's Indy 500 because of the coronavirus numbers in Indiana and Marion County.
Certainly the last couple of weeks, but even the last few days, those numbers are just trending the wrong way. And for us, we've got to make a decision, so I don't think we had much of a choice at this point.
Boles talking to 93 WIBC's Hammer and Nigel on Tuesday afternoon. Then there's the effect it's having on the town of Speedway.
Well, we thrive year-round, but when it comes to the month of May, that truly is what brings the town to life.
David Lindsay's the president of the Speedway Town Council. He's encouraging people who live in and around Speedway to shop local and support the businesses that usually depend on at least part of their income coming from crowds in town for the race. Don't forget you can still listen to the race on 93 WIBC. More forgivable loans for small businesses. Kurt Darling reports on why one of your senators is pushing for that in the next coronavirus relief package.
Republicans are hung up on the cost of a relief bill proposed by House Democrats. Though Young is open to spending more if it means helping Americans through these tough times, he says a good portion of any federal money spent should go to small businesses.
It's important that during this critical time this week, we make a full court press to ensure that these businesses are helped out.
He wants a provision of his Restart Act that would make loans more forgivable for small businesses included in the next relief bill. Kurt Darling, 93 WIBC Mobile News.
Last week, a father drowned in Lake Michigan while saving his two children. Chris Davis reports that a little knowledge about how the lake works can help make your trip to the beach safe.
Why drownings are not uncommon at Indiana's Lake Michigan beaches.
We have a very strong rip current, especially on the southern end of Lake Michigan.
Officer Terry Mellifogli is a DNR conservation officer who patrols the area. She says the rip currents make big waves that bounce back underneath the surface of the water and can pull you back out into the lake.
If you're not familiar with them, you may not understand what's happening, and it quite often will pull you into water over your head.
She says the best advice is to swim parallel to the shore to try and get out of a rip current. Chris Davis, 93 WIBC Mobile News.
The murder conviction of an Ellettsville man and the death of IU student Jill Behrman has been reinstated by a federal appeals court.
That means John Myers will not get a new trial. I'm Stan Lear. The court in Chicago finds the evidence against him was more than enough to convict, despite failures by his defense attorney. A federal judge in Indianapolis earlier threw out the verdict. One of the accused man's lawyers admitted in a state Supreme Court disciplinary hearing that he made false statements to the jury and failed to object to evidence that should not have been admitted. Stan Lear, 93 WIBC Mobile News.
You might say it's been the perfect start to the NBA restart for the Indiana Pacers.
A wire-to-wire win. The Pacers scored the first 10 points and never trailed. They win by 11. Tonight's final score, the Indiana Pacers 120, the Orlando Magic 109.
Mark Boyle with the final call there on the Pacers radio network of their win on Tuesday. Since the Pacers have returned to game action, they've played 3 games and won all 3, beating Orlando, Washington, and Philadelphia. Next up for Indiana is the Phoenix Suns tomorrow afternoon at 4. You can hear that game on 93.5 and 107.5 The Fan. WIBC's flash briefings are updated throughout the day, so you can always check for the latest local news. You can also rejoin us in the car at 93.1 FM to stay on top of the latest traffic alerts, weather, and news. I'm Sean Herrick, on the level, on the go, and on Twitter at 93 WIBC and WIBC.com.